Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about technology. We are going to cover off everything that we use as far as camera gear, mics, how we set up cameras on our helmet, the technology that we need to take with us on our trips, how do we keep batteries charged. This is a question that comes up all the time. People ask us, how do you guys do what you do in order to get great quality video and audio while you're riding? What are you guys using? So for today's video, we're gonna cover off all the technology that we use and everything that you're gonna need in order to inspire you to hopefully make your own YouTube channel.
Sled Addicts is brought to you by Team Vincent Motorsports, Bergstrom Carbines, Ledger Performance, Westway Motel, Stud Boy Studs, and Radio World.
All right, so the first thing I'm gonna cover is my setup on my helmet. Now, in the past, when Jesse and I first got started with the channel, we were GoPro users, really heavy. We'd gone through a couple of different model GoPros. And what we found over the years, especially in the last couple of years, is the GoPros aren't the best as far as devices that are out there that are available to you. Last year, Jesse made me switch to this Ace Pro 2. So this is an Insta camera, and the quality on this camera is absolutely incredible. It's a brighter image and certainly been better than what we've seen in the past from some of our GoPro units. Now Jesse's still running a GoPro, but I started running this camera last year, and I'm gonna give you guys just a bit of a close-up as to what this setup is like and how I installed it into my Advex helmet. All right, so here you can see is my Insta360, the Ace Pro 2. Again, just a phenomenal little unit. And here is how we typically set them up. It's a side mount with a couple of different pieces and mounts from GoPro. This one actually has a magnetic clip that goes to the bottom of the camera. So this will just pop off this mount right here really easily. And again, everything else is kind of pretty standard GoPro stuff that you can see on the side. So this is the one with the rubber insert for shockproof for the camera. And then also you'll see this one's got a mic adapter on the side. So you plug this into the side of the helmet and you can see my 3.5mm jack mic cable runs right into the side of the helmet. The cool thing also with this camera is it's got kind of a flip up LCD screen. So if you are kind of shooting from the front, you'll be able to actually see yourself on it. So that's good for kind of like those front view selfie type shots. So it works really well. Very slick camera. Great as far as high definition quality for video. It's unbelievable, up to 4K. And we've found this one so far has been a real winner, and I certainly love this camera. So this is the main action cam that we use for when we're actually out there trail riding on our trips. And what you can see inside here is where we set up for the mic. So this is just a 3.5mm lavalier mic. Now what we do is use a high quality Rode mic. So this is a professional grade wearable lavalier mic, a lapel mic. And we just take off the clip and we run that inside the helmet. So all the wiring is inside the helmet, and then just run the cord up and out and plugging into the side of the helmet. This is honestly the answer to what delivers super high quality audio. This is, we've had a lot of comments when our audio is actually working really well, that it's super crisp, super clear. And the reason we put it up here is because if you have it in the front of the helmet down here, kind of like where my Cardo mic is, this will get soaked as far as moisture from your breath, and it will eventually stop working. Ask us how we know. We've been through it a million times, and we've replaced these often. In fact, I just put a new one in here last night because my old cord wore through on the underneath side. So another tip is, if you're gonna run this, just make sure that you run it as best as you can through the helmet so that the cord does not get nicked, because that's what happened to me on my last trip, and that unfortunately resulted in some pretty poor audio. So that's the camera setup for the side of the helmet for kind of that first person in the seat view. Jesse has exactly the same setup, but just using a GoPro. And I think it's a Hero 11, maybe black that he's got. So that's kind of our setup for the helmet. Now let's move on to some of the other stuff that we carry along with us on our trips. So this right here is my tech pouch. Okay, so I got this little pouch off Amazon, and it pretty much carries everything that I need as far as batteries for my Insta camera. And I also will carry an Insta360 camera. And this is just awesome. We've started using this as of last year. It was a recommendation from a friend of mine as well who runs one. And what I will do is pair that with this mount. So I'll run this mount on the handlebars, and this is a quick release aluminum magnetized mount as well that locks, and that just kind of goes into the bottom of the Insta360. So this is a great setup for those shots where we want to get like those panning type shots or be able to see from really any angle, and we edit those into our videos, and that's kind of only been within the last year or so that we started doing that. But this is a really nice little setup. And then with that, some extra batteries and a charger for it as well that I carry. So it's got 2 additional batteries in there plus the one in the camera, and that gets charged on the fly with one of these guys here. And this is really just a portable charger, only at 6%, but this one's done really well for us. So we keep that charged every night, and then it stays in here. We'll run a wire and then we can charge 3 batteries for my Insta Ace Pro 2 off that, or I can charge these 2 batteries at the same time for the Insta360. So that's kind of how we do it. We also use this portable charger to charge our cardos as well. So the other thing I'll carry is 2 cardos. I've got one for a backup, and then the other one obviously just gets mounted on the helmet. But if, let's say one goes dead, I can always, charge the other one up inside here using this portable charger. So it's a really great system, works really well. Okay, so inside the top part of this pouch is really just like extra stuff, wires, that sort of thing, extra GoPro mounts, extra mic for my cardo. I've got an extra mount in case I break a mount for the camera that's mounted on the side of the helmet, and plus I've got my Garmin GPS wire in here. So that's just really like a bunch of extra stuff in case things go south, things break. We've had it happen before, and I just kind of keep it all neat and tidy in this nice little case, and I usually pop that in the back of my 11-liter seat bag or whatever bag I'm carrying on the back. Now, the last thing that's also really important is every night charging. And I've moved to kind of this little small, plug it into the wall with an Apple charger. It gives me 4 different ports to turn on as far as charging. Most of them are all USB-C devices. I think I've got one here that's a micro USB in order to actually charge the portable charger. But this is super handy. I keep it in here. You go into the hotel rooms, let's say at the end of the day, and honestly, you have to charge absolutely everything. So that's kind of the little setup that I've got to do that. Just keeps everything powered up nicely and, gets me ready for the next day for recording. So the last piece of technology, I'm actually recording on it right now, and this has become my favorite camera. Jesse got me this one. I think it was last year that we just started using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is an unbelievable professional grade camera, super slim, super easy to use, and the quality that you get with this camera is bar none the best you will get from any camera. And we use this one specifically when I'm doing garage style videos like I'm doing today. I just shot like a full gear overview video, and the quality that you get from this thing is phenomenal. It's by far the best little camera that we have. I'll stick it up on a tripod, and it works incredibly well. The other thing too is you'll see on my On my neck here is a matching DJI wireless mic. And this comes in kind of a nice little kit and setup, and I'll show you guys what these look like. But we use these wireless mics when we're recording garage style videos like this, or if we're outside. Here's a look at the microphone. Really nice USB-C charging, and you can even pop this on, which I should have done yesterday when I was recording outside and completely forgot, but that'll give you the ability to get rid of the background wind noise. So these DJI wireless mics are incredible quality, professional grade sound quality, work really well, they last a long time, and the best part about it is when I fire up my DJI Osmo and I push the power button, once you have them linked together, everything's automatic. You don't need to do anything. There's no wires to run, there's no setup to do. Everything just works seamlessly and flawlessly. All right, guys, well, hopefully that gives you some insight as to some of the different cameras that we're using and how we set everything up for our helmets. Really, this is what allows us to do what we do. It gives us the ability to record on the fly, on the trail, get amazing quality footage, get amazing quality video and audio, and really helps us with growing our social media presence and also obviously the work that we're doing with YouTube. So hopefully that's some insight for you in terms of some of the different tech that we use. I hope that's helpful for you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.